Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you to all of my subscribers right now. Thank you guys so much. So today we're going to be cutting a skirt, just like a basic skirt actually. The length of my skirt is going to be 20, and it's just a basic skirt. We're just going to make it a little pencil. We're just going to get right into the video now. So we're just going to mark out our lines of interest. Our lines of interest is the waistline. So I'm just going to mark 1 inch all the way. So now this is going to serve as our waistline. Now to mark our hip line, when making a skirt, you only need the waistline and the hip line, and then the length of the skirt. So now we're just going to mark our hip line. This is our hip line right here. Mark our hip line. Our hip line is usually 9. My standard hip line is 9. Some people say their hip line is between 6 and 10. I guess between 6 and 10 you're gonna have 9. So I just go with 9 because that has worked for me so far. So now we're just going to connect these lines together. So this is the front piece. We're not on the back piece yet. We're working on the front right now. So now this is the hip line. We're just going to mark our length, the full length of our skirt, which is going to be 20. Full length of our skirt is 20. So guys, I said the initial length was going to be 17, so I just added a little extra. So from that extra, I'm also going to have my sewing allowance for turning the skirt. So the waist of this skirt is going to be remember, waist is usually divided by 4. You get the measurements, and hip also is hip circumference. That's you measure the hip, the roundness of the hip, and then you divide it by 4. Same with the waist, you measure the roundness of the waist and then divide it by 4. That's the waist circumference divided by 4, hip circumference divided by 4 as well. So for the waist measurement, we have 27. 27 divided by 4 is 6.7. We're just going to mark that out. 6.75, beg your pardon. We're just going to mark that out now. And then we're going to add 1 inch allowance. We're going to mark our hip now. Hip is 39 divided by 4. 39 divided by 4 is 9.75. So we're just going to put that out there. 9.75 plus our 1 inch allowance. Remember guys, this is for the front. This is for the front piece. Now to get the bottom of the skirt, we're simply just going to, you don't need to measure that part, we're simply just going to take a little bit, take some inches off of the hip measurements. Yeah, so we're going to take about, if it's a pencil skirt, you're going to take about 5, yeah, to ensure that pencil shape. But since this is not really a pencil skirt, this is just like a little fitted skirt, a basic skirt. So we're just going to remove 1 inch actually. We're going to remove 1 inch from the hip measurement. So the hip measurement here is 9.75. Okay, so we're going to remove 1 inch, and that's going to give us 8.75. So we're just going to put it here like so, 8.75, and then we're going to put in our 1 inch like this. So now there we have it. We have it all, guys. We're just going to connect like this. This is a very easy method. Sewing a skirt is usually not hard. Sewing the bottom part of anything, trouser, a skirt, is usually not hard at all. So now we're just going to connect these two together. I'm just going to do this. You don't want this part to be this defined, so we're just going to blend it in. Okay, just going to blend it in like this. So this is all for the front piece of our mini skirt. So now we're just going to cut it out like this. For the back piece, what we're simply going to do now is draw a straight line where our back pattern is going to start from. We're just simply going to draw any line actually. So guys, we have our start off for back piece. Now what we're also going to do is we're going to add an allowance for the zip, because the back is going to have the zip. Do not forget, the back is usually where the place that has the zip. So we're just going to do that now. Draw our zipper. Draw an allowance for our zipper. So the allowance for our zipper is going to be 1 1/4 of an inch. 1 1/4 of an inch, okay? If we're going to connect the bottom part to a top, that's to a half cut, we're just going to add 1/2 inch allowance from here. But then, like, if we're making a skirt on its own, then we're going to have to add a band. Or if we're not adding a band and we're just turning it with a lining, you know, there are some skirts that do not have a band, so we're just going to also add 1/2 inch and then turn it with a lining, just like that. We are adding this skirt, this short mini skirt, to a top. So I did not really think about adding a band, but then if you want to add a band, you're just going to cut that separately, and there's going to be 2 inches or 1.5 inch. You don't need to bother about this part. It's not necessary that you add 1/2 inch, or when you're cutting the fabric, you can put your 1/2 inch there just to attach it to the band. But basically, yeah, this is all for the back piece. This is all for the back piece. Basically, we're just going to cut it out now, following the front piece line. Remember, guys, this part is not included. This part is not included. The back piece is starting from here. This is our zipper allowance, and this is the rest of the back piece. So we're just going to go on ahead and cut it now. Okay, we're just going to use the front piece to cut our back piece. Just like that. So yeah, guys, this is it. Now we're going to remove this part because it's not important. This is all for our skirt pieces. We have the front and we have the back. It's not really a two-piece. It's not like folded into one or something. So we're going to be cutting this, the front piece is going to be cut on fold. That means you're going to fold your fabric, your real fabric, and cut it on it. Okay, the same thing for the back as well. Here is going to be cut on fold. That's CF for cut on fold, CF for cut on fold. Okay, now for our dart, yeah, for our dart, all we need to do is divide our nipple to nipple by 2. Whatever we get, I usually use 4 inches. So we're just going to go in like this. Super easy, guys. We're just going to go in like this and mark out from the beginning of the, we're going to place the front and back piece together, and from the beginning of the front piece, that's where you're going to start. You know, start from the allowance, the zipper allowance, because as soon as you sew the zipper allowance, this part is going to be gone. So we're going to start from the beginning of the front piece, both on the back and the front. Okay, and we're going to mark out our 4 inches for our dart. Then we're going to determine how deep we want our dart to be. Our dart can be 3, it can be 3.5, can be 4. I'm going to go with 4. Okay, and then we just, it's preferable that you do this on the main fabric, but I'm just showing you guys since it's on the pattern. So you just like roll this out like so, and then you indicate that 2 on the back so you do not make a mistake and go sew somewhere else. So you just like trace it on the back as well. And then when you're sewing on the front piece, I mean on the fabric, when you're sewing on the fabric, all you need to do is just fold this in, fold this part in like this. Okay, and then we just sew half an inch in and connect to this point. So yeah, basically guys, that's all for our skirts. There's really no hassle in cutting a skirt, cutting a basic skirt, unless you want to add a flounce or designs or extraordinary techniques or whatever. So yeah, this is all for the video. Thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you guys for liking. I really appreciate it. And just like, you know, just tell me what you want to see on this page. Just drop in the comment section, tell me what you would love to see, a tutorial that you would like to see. Yeah, and I promise I'm going to deliver. So yeah, this is all for the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please continue to like, please subscribe, turn on that post notification bell to be notified when I do upload a new video. So that's all guys, thank you.